Josh's plan to clear out the airport is starting to look like an impossible one to complete, but he's not ready to give up just yet. He's still got 4 molotovs and he's got a massive open space that he can try and use. It's time to find out just how many zombies there are at Louisville Airport. And it is time to get busy with the crowbar. You can see we've already had one attempt at the molotov and it was quite successful. Josh killed 233 zombies with fire, and that's about 1,450 in total. But one of the real challenges was trying to do it in this space. It looks a big space, but when there's 250 zombies ablaze, it looks very small. So we want to try and get the other side of that security fence. Man, there's a lot of zombies here. And hopefully just on the other side is the runway, is a big open space, is maybe hopefully the terminal. And then we go again, we get the whistle out, we make some noise, we set them on fire, we burn them to a crisp. And the power, for now at least, is back, which means we can get some light on the situation. And I don't want to be caught up fighting all these zombies. I want to get to the other side, so let's see what we can find. Here we go. Ooh, we can find a lot of zombies. I'm hoping for some open space. I'm just going to walk around until I find the terminal. I want to find the terminal. That's going to be another hot spot of zombies. We want to draw as many zombies out as possible before we set any on fire. Okay, well, Josh has walked just a little ways to the east. Still hasn't found this terminal building. It could be off in that direction somewhere. What we have is one zombie. It's not too bad. And that took a lot of swings. We've lost those 2 zombies, have lost interest. Let's continue searching for this terminal. Is this the start of the terminal? We've got a large covered area, so this could be the walkway to the terminal. I'm going to try and avoid fighting for now until I find where the terminal is. Man, this whole place is absolutely huge. Okay, well, there's definitely an uptick in zombies. We've got a road here. Don't know where it goes, but this has got to be the terminal, right? Surely, isn't it? It has to be. I can't imagine what... Ooh, there's a lot of zombies who retracted in no time. I can't imagine what else could be such... Oh yeah, there's the... Oh no, oh no, oh my god, oh my god, oh wow. Distracted by looking at what was in the building. But yeah, we found the terminal. Let's see how far this building goes before we start blowing the whistle. Well, this terminal is basically the size of the Grand Ohio Mall. So that is basically the task that Josh has set himself, clearing out possibly the biggest building in the whole of Knox County. We got 4 molotovs. We've kind of got all the time in the world. Can Josh do it? But before we start blowing the whistle, shouting, rounding up the zombies, I just wanted to see what is around the other side of the building. It does look like the terminal building. A lot of it is upstairs. It has a big footprint, but not actually much on the ground floor other than the luggage conveyor belt. Although that's what it seemed. Not ready to step inside just yet, but man, this building is massive. Okay, well, what have we got here? This place is just so massive. There's so many zombies. I don't know where to start with the sheer numbers of zombies. Okay, so this makes sense. I see what these are now. This is where the planes, once they've landed, will taxi to for the passengers to get off. Those are the walkways that we can see. Well, I guess it is time to start rounding up the zombies. Maybe at 10 minutes past 4 isn't the best thing. Maybe we should continue scouting out the whole area Let's see if there's any more buildings further north. We've got a lot of containers. What are they going to have in them? Furniture. And nothing, not much else. I'm still looking for some sort of supply of food. If we have to, Josh will forage. But surely somewhere there's got to be some sort of warehouse that's stuffed with food. All the food that would go on the planes for the flights. Okay, well, I'm just going to hug this fence. I'm just going to want to see how far it goes. I do need to be mindful of the fact that it is almost 5 o'clock already. Could take 3 or 4 hours to walk back to the other side where the distillery is, where it's safe, where Josh's tent, his sleep for the night is. Okay, we've made it to the far end. There's actually, the fence continues. Oh my god, this site is absolutely huge. Okay, so again, I'm just marking the fence so we get some sort of idea of scale, the layout. That is the terminal building. That's where all the passengers get on and off their flights. It's huge. It's at least 2 stories, maybe even 3 or 4. Just imagine the amount of zombies that are in there. Way back over here, that's the distillery. There's more warehouse space here. I think the fence goes all the way down here. So it's absolutely massive. Over here is the runway. So this is possibly the biggest sort of location in the whole of Knox County. Well, how on earth is Josh gonna clear of the zombies? Okay, well, Josh is just trying to scout out, or continue to scout, just how far this site is. We've got more buildings. Ooh, we've got a gas station. That it could be interesting when the power comes back on, if we had a vehicle. We got another building here. So much more to discover, so much more to explore. Okay, well, for now we're going to continue to go north. We're going to continue to explore. I really want to find out what this building is for sure, but we really need to be so far. We really need to be mindful of just how far away the distillery is, and we're going to have to start going back very soon. So I think what we'll do is we'll just take out the zombies that are nearby. We'll put our heads in here, see what this place is. It's a great big empty. Looks like some sort of workshop or garage. So if we're lucky, we could find a few blunt weapons to use, because we're getting low on weapons. Oh man, Josh needs to get some more effective weapons. Kitchen knife and a crowbar. It's just really not working out for him at the moment. It's taking 5, 6, 7 hits every zombie, and when there's literally hundreds of zombies, you just can't do that. Let's see what we can find. We can find a fake dead on the floor. Man, they got him really quick. Oh man, again, that took way too many hits. Let's just check these crates. We'll check the building next door. Nothing. And then we've really got to get back to base. Josh is a little bit tired, so I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Let's see how we get on. And that's the kitchen knife gone already. Back to the crowbar, I guess. And we're going to have to rely heavily on the foot of vengeance, as always. So when we got one, see if we can get them down. Excellent. A couple of quick knockdowns, some quick finishes. But you know how the story goes, there's always a couple of zombies. Just goes to show just how tired Josh is at the moment. That took 3 hits with the usually reliable one-shot foot of vengeance. That's what we want to see. So let's make this quick. We've got 2, maybe 3 hours of daylight before things are going to get really dark. Man, I can't believe we haven't made it to the far northern edge of the airport. Well, we've found the control tower. Look how high that is. It's crazy. I'm not sure if this is going to end up being a bit of a dead end. We don't know the way around. This site is absolutely huge, but it's time for Josh to work his way back all the way to the other side of the airport, the distillery, where it's hopefully still zombie free, and Josh can get a good night's sleep, and he'll have to come back again in the morning. Well, Josh has been walking for a couple of hours. We found the runway. It's just there. We've managed to avoid the terminal building, but we've done too much of a good job, and we've gone quite a ways west, so we've got to double back. We've got to try and get through the warehouse still. We've got to try and get out of here without any zombies on our tail. Josh is out of breath, he's drowsy. There's no way he's in a position to fight. He's got to just basically run through the warehouse and hope that he can get enough distance between him and the zombies. Okay, made it out the other side just fine, and it is really nice to have a sort of buffer zone, a zombie-free zone, mostly, probably. Wow, what a day. It just flew by, hardly any zombies to fight, but Josh just feels a bit cowed regardless, because this site is so massive. Tomorrow we're going to try it. We're going to go out to the terminal building. We're going to get the whistle out. We're going to use it. We're going to shout. We're going to cause a commotion. We're going to get the Molotov out. We're going to do just circles and laps of the terminal building. It's quite likely that the terminal building will go up in flames, but as long as all the zombies get burnt to ashes, I can accept that. Okay, well, it is the next morning. It is 7:40 in the morning. It is going to be a big day, potentially. It's going to be a long day. Let's hope Josh lives to survive another day. Let's just, before we get into it, let's just take a look at the map so we can really take in the task at hand. Josh is just down here on the outskirts of town. This whole area here is pretty much zombie free. This area is a completely different story. And we made it all the way up to there. We couldn't see the fence that shows the edge of the airport. So who knows how much further it goes on this site. Is huge. Most of the zombies are going to be concentrated around this area here. We got a fence that goes along this road here. So that sort of marks the edge of the airport. So this is the plan. We're going to go back to this area here. And we're just going to go round in circles, probably. We'll see how it goes. Round up as many zombies as we can. Get the Molotovs out. Hopefully, we could burn several hundred. We can make a massive, massive dent in the zombie population. The plan is, we want to clear this whole airport of zombies. We want to put a message, a big message, on the tarmac for any sort of aircraft, helicopter, plane that might be coming by, circling overhead, looking at Knox County. We want to show them that this place is safe. We want to be rescued. Okay, we're back at the warehouse once again. This place is still absolutely filled with zombies, so this is probably just as good a place as any to start blowing the whistle. Let's do this. Now this place looks absolutely stuffed full of loot. I mean, I'd like to think that some of that is food, because all we've got to eat right now is 3 eggs. Got barely enough food to last a day. We can always fall back on foraging, but it'd be nice to get something a little bit more interesting than mushrooms and insects. So we're going to try and round up as many zombies from this warehouse as possible. So we're just going to have to go up and down. You can see just how huge this place is. I'm just going to walk up and down the side of the warehouse 2 or 3 times, draw as many zombies as possible out from the building, and then we're going to move east to the departure lounge, the terminal building, see how many more we can round up, and then it's time to get burning. Okay, we've been going a couple of hours, and you can see we've got a lot of zombies, but they're not really together, they're really strung out. The ones at the back, the slow shamblers, soon get left behind. All that whistling is already starting to give Josh a headache. So we're going to get rid of the shouting. I don't know, hopefully it's not that much quieter, but that whistle sure is shrill. Okay, we're having to sort of zigzag up and down and spam the Q button. It is... I'm going to still get left behind. I kind of feel like maybe we should start the Molotov now, but we've only got 4 more Molotovs. And we've got to make them count because we haven't got any more whiskey, we haven't got any more bottles. And we looked through the distillery, there wasn't any more there. You can see just how slow the slow shamblers are at the back when they're a little bit more distant, where they can't see fresh meat. They're like OAPs on a Sunday stroll. Look at it, so slow. Okay, well I think it is time. We've got to make these Molotovs count. But let's get going. Slightly better than the last one. Let's try and do a little bit of a circle, get as many zombies on fire as possible, and then we could hopefully leave them burning in the middle here, away from all the buildings, and we can move over to the terminal building and just try and keep the fire going in this one area and move as many zombies from other areas over to here. Okay, I think that is good. I think that is good. Let's just try and run to another area, draw in more zombies, just try and make as big a fireball as possible. Oh, there are so many zombies here. This is going to get intense. Let's see how good we can do at rounding up these zombies. There's many zombies nearby this terminal building. I think that's the baggage reclaim area. I've certainly probably searched out this whole area really, but let's try and round up as many as possible. Draw them down south. It's going to be interesting to see just how big a mega horde we can accumulate here. And surprisingly, the fireball zombies have actually really come north. They've really reacted to the sound of the whistle. Let's just try and bring them back down into this area best we can, but kind of feels like things are out of control already. There's fire everywhere. Wow, this is really dangerous. We're pretty much surrounded by zombies everywhere. They're so spread out. There's a few zombies that have died already, but there's just zombies everywhere, and I just feel like at any moment we could just make the wrong turn and just be faced with a massive horde and it's all over. This is high risk tactics. Okay, well we seem to have drawn most of the zombies out from this northern part here. Well, the problem is there's no doors, so there could be several hundred zombies inside and no way to get at them or no way to draw them out. Actually, there is a door there. Can we open it? We can. Okay, we're going to have to... Yeah, we've actually managed to draw the zombies right close to the building. Let's draw them away. Somehow we've got to get around the other side of the building. Draw more zombies into the area, or maybe even get the zombies to follow us. How we're gonna... It seems like almost impossible. It has to avoid setting the building on fire. Let's just run away. Let's move on. See if we can get around the other side of the building. It's a massive challenge because it's huge. Let's just try and draw the zombies a little ways this way, if we can. And one of the priorities is to keep the fire going, and the only way we can do that is to find more zombies to fan the flames. Okay, we finally made it to the edge of the building. That's so big. We got to try and just bring nothing more than a few dozen zombies is all we need really. Somehow around the edge of the building, around the other side, and round up even more zombies from the other side. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but we need to find more zombies. We've got about 6 on fire. There doesn't seem to be any nearby here. Where have they all gone? Okay, well, we're just about hanging on in there. We haven't got many zombies. We've got even fewer actually on fire. They are all over the shop. Not quite sure what to do next. Well, I guess for now we just roll with it. We just keep hovering the ground, keep walking around, keep blowing the whistle, and keep trying to attract as many zombies as possible out of the building. It's such a huge building. I'm sure we've left behind a couple of hundred zombies on fire just on the other side. There's just no way to just keep them all together. Okay, well, that's quite a few. I think this might be... no, I thought this might be one of the main entrances to the building. I don't really feel like we've found the main sort of passenger entrance yet. But we've got quite a few zombies in this area. Let's try and round them up and move on. Hopefully somewhere nearby there's a zombie still on fire. Oh, there's one. We got one zombie on fire. How the building is still not yet on fire is an absolute miracle. Let's see if we can get that fire restarted. Okay, well, I'd say that the fire is definitely restarted. Yeah, I'd say so. Let's see if we can keep going east. Maybe we can do a full circle around the building. Oh yeah, that fire caught on quickly. It's exactly what we want to see. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, but it's almost 8:30. It's going to start getting dark very, very soon. I do not want to be out here in the dark. Sure, you can see the zombies that are on fire. I mean, they're literally on fire. But the ones that aren't, when it's dark, you're such limited visibility. You can't see what is behind you. There's no way I want to be out here once it's dark. So we're going to have to start planning our way back. So I think what we do now is just try and round up as many zombies into a cohesive group as possible, and then start working our way back to the distillery. Okay, well, I think that is going to have to do. We've got a long way to go to get back to the distillery. We could try for hours to try and make things perfect, but I think it's going to be absolutely impossible. So we're just going to have to leave things here as they are, and we'll come back in the morning and see what is going on. And we'll see what is going on the other side of the terminal as well on our way back. We've got a long walk ahead of us. Well, I'm just running back. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? That sounds like a lot of fire. I don't know, you might not be able to hear it. Let's just see if we can we get back far enough to actually look at the building. We can't. I'm sure I heard fire. I'm sure I heard fire. Can't see anything. We might have actually set on fire this whole huge, massive building. But that might not be a bad thing. Yeah, but it's almost 11 o'clock in the evening. Josh is tired and it's only going to get worse. He's hungry. We've got one egg. That's all we've got. Now we're around the other side of the building. I want to see... Oh, I heard fire. Sure, I heard something on fire. It just sounded like the building was on fire, but I can't see any evidence of it. I want to see as well, of course, what exactly happened on this side while we were away. And I'm seeing a lot of ash piles. I'm still seeing a lot of zombies. How dare there still be a zombie left standing after that huge fire? I just don't get how the fire goes out like that and we still got so many zombies. We need to lose these guys. We need to get out of here. It's going to get very, very dark very soon. So again, we're at the little warehouse. What is going on with the light? Are we out of batteries? Yeah, so of course we can't insert a battery into the flashlight while we're walking, because that's just next level shit. We definitely can't do that. But we're gonna have to... we might have to run. Come on, go down. Oh no, we're just gonna have to run through the warehouse. Oh my god, we're gonna have to find enough space to stop the... Wow, it's really got dark really quickly. Okay. That is the battery in the flashlight. That is why we need it. Oh, we've got to try and run through this warehouse. Make it out the other side while we're tired. Could run into a big group of zombies at any moment. We could run into a wall because we can't see. We made it out. It's going to be a long, lonely walk back to the distillery. It's so dark. Let's just hope that we can lose any zombies that are on us. So we made it past the warehouse. This bit here feels like the safe zone. This feels like Josh's zone. This is where the other warehouses are. But we've got a bread house, a card house, a knob warehouse. Yeah, don't know what that's about. We've got to get back to the distillery, but as I'm trying to say, this sound feels like the safe zone. There's barely any zombies, if any at all, left standing in here. It's really good to have a fallback position. Let's get back to the distillery, get some sleep, and we'll check out the whole, the buildings in the morning. Okay, it is the next morning. We got another long walk ahead of us to get back to the warehouse. As I've said many times before, this place is absolutely huge. But what we're going to have to do whilst we walk is forage. We've got no food, almost no food. What have we got? We've got 2 lots of ginseng, which I'm trying to keep for if things get really bad with low endurance. You can see it gives a little bit of improvement to that. And some onion. We've got absolutely nothing. Got nowhere that we can loot at the moment. We could maybe get in the warehouse. Maybe that'll have less than, I don't know, 50 zombies in it now. But let's see if we can find any sort of food here. We'll take it. We'll take it for now. Hopefully things don't get that bad. Okay, well, Josh has foraged the whole stretch and he's found about a dozen insects. I just want to show you, this one is a really good example. The unhappiness is huge. The hunger is almost non-existent. It does say it can be used as a fishing lure. Maybe actually if things get really desperate, things do get really desperate, we could actually maybe if we can find some twine and make a fishing rod out of a tree branch. I think we can do that, but for now Josh is going to have to go hungry. We want to see what is going on with the fire. How many zombies did we take out? How many are still left standing? Maybe we could actually spend the time, find the opportunity to loot this warehouse, look through. We could maybe find a few cans of food. Okay, well, yeah, for the moment, this warehouse, we've got the opportunity. We're going to actually find anything edible. We're going to find Diet Coke. That is a surprise. We're going to find anything else. Let's... Oh, I can't believe it. That is exactly what we needed to find. I can't believe it for once. Oh, this is going to be the food. We're not going to search any other area because we basically haven't got the time. But let's grab what we can while we've got the chance. Incredible. And for breakfast, Josh is going to have some plonkies. He deserves it. Oh, that is just so lucky. I can't believe how that worked out. We've managed to find 5 or 6 cans of food. That will keep Josh going for a little while. Of course, there's always another zombie. That's the winning tactic though. Knock them down. Use the foot of vengeance. Oh yes. Wow. Didn't I say that? There has to be something somewhere where all the canned food is. Where all the food is for... Oh wow. That's incredible. For the planes. For all the food on the flight. Let's grab what we can. Is this all going to be food? Is this all going to be food? No. Wow. But we got some interesting gear though. Well, for now, what have we got? Just a few zombies. Wow, well this is going to be a massive resource. This is really going to help to keep Josh going for the next days, maybe even weeks, because it feels like that's exactly what it's going to take to clear this place, because there's still so many zombies to go. Is there any more food? Doesn't look like it. Well, let's see if we can find the ash piles, see how many zombies are still left standing. According to the count, we only took out about 190 with the fire, which is, you know, we needed to take out, you know, so many more than that. So if that's the case, then that is really disappointing. But maybe the fire is still going and it's just waiting for Josh to come back. And there's long leveled up, that is welcome. Okay, well, although I'm overall a little bit disappointed with the numbers with the fire, we've done 2 molotovs now, only just over 400 zombies killed. One thing that is good is that there are a lot less zombies in this warehouse. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that. Have you ever seen so many generators in one place? That is crazy. But what does, yeah, this does feel like a win, because this warehouse now is largely clear. We got empty gas cans. Let's grab that. Let's not get distracted. Let's see if we can finish clearing this warehouse. Okay, that is another 2 zombies taken care of. Every zombie that's killed gets Josh closer to being rescued, closer to getting out of here. And this warehouse is just so absolutely massive. It just goes on forever. Where is the end? We've actually got the end. Let's get out of here. Could do with opening that. Oof, that was a little bit dodgy. Well, there's a lot of zombies still standing. Well, I don't know. That's not too bad. What is that? A dozen. Maybe. Do we want to take them out? Well, we got the chance. Properly clear the warehouse area. Well, Josh is making heavy work of this. The crowbar does not have high damage. It's taken a lot of swings, even though we got a couple of levels in short blunt. None of them are going down either, so it's taken 6, 7, 8 hits for every zombie. And now the muscle strain is kicking in as well. And that means that Josh has not got the power, and he hasn't got the speed of swing either. But they're all on the floor. We can finish them off. There's the old finishing move, the Foot of Vengeance. We've got a key for the storage unit. Let's grab that. Well, we need to have a little bit of a rest before we do anything else. Okay, well, I'm seeing a fair few ash piles. We have made progress. We have made progress. Not as fast progress as I would really like, though. But the building is not on fire. So that is something. And one thing I have noticed is just here. I mean, this is basically airside, right? I think, is that what they call it? This is where only the airport workers would go. Maybe on this side of the fence there, that is the sort of passenger side. That's where maybe the other side of the terminal is where the entrance is for the passengers, where the shops are, and maybe where there's more loot. I did see a bar through the window when we were trying to do the burn. But I think that's going to have to be it for today. This place, we're getting there. We're slowly advancing north, clearing the area of zombies. So much more to do. Still so many more zombies to kill. But the good news is, Josh is still alive. Ooh, what have we got there? What is that? Is that just office? There's a water dispenser. Yeah, the good news is Josh is still alive. He's unscathed. He's got a lot of loot to search through. Hopefully there'll be more things here. We did find some gas cans. If we could find us, if the power comes on, we could actually grab some gas. You never know. We could actually find a car battery charger. I still haven't given hope of getting a vehicle on the road, but that is not a priority for now. Next time out, we go on the other side of the terminal building, see what we can find. Still a massive challenge ahead for Josh. But he's not giving up. No way. That is going to have to be it for today, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you've got any ideas, any suggestions of what Josh should do next, what his priorities should be, then do let me know. But for now, that is going to have to be all. Peace.